guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Sandra and in today's video I'm showing you all my Catrice Cosmetics makeup products, and of course I'm telling you which one are the best and which one are the worst Catrice products, just in my opinion. And before you get started, you have to know two things. First, this video is not sponsored. Second, I have so many makeup products, but the most makeup products are from this brand, so that's the reason why I'm doing this video about Catrice. And yeah, now I would say without further ado, let's get started. To create a positive vibe, I will start with the best Catrice makeup products. The first one is the Nude Illusion powder, and it's just a normal loose powder. It's white and there is pretty much product in it. I always use it to set my concealer underneath my eyes, on my forehead, my nose and my chin, just to keep the concealer stay in place the whole day long. And I really love this powder because of course it's very affordable, like all the other products from Catrice, and there is so much product in it, so this lasts you at least 6 months to a year or longer. It also doesn't dry out my under eye area, and that's pretty cool because my under eye area is 99% of the time very dry. But yeah, I'm setting a concealer underneath my eyes with this powder and there is no dryness and nothing. The concealer stays in place, it doesn't get into my fine lines. So that's just cool because it's pretty affordable, it does its job, it's very good, and I can definitely recommend this to you. I think that's my third one, so I always go back to this because I know it works, I know it's affordable, so definitely one of the best Catrice products ever. Next I've got the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and mine is in the shade 020 Rose Beige. This foundation dries matte, so there is no glow in it, no dewiness. But that's something that I like only at summertime because normally my skin is very dry or normal, so I'm going more for the dewy and glowy foundations just to make my skin a little bit brighter. But at summertime I'm sweating most of the time, so I don't need an extra glow or dewiness, and that's the time when I'm using only this foundation because it dries matte, it looks very good, it's not a heavy foundation, it's very liquidy, but you can also build it up to get more coverage. And I also like the packaging, I think it's pretty cute. I just love this foundation, it looks good on me at the summertime, I like it, it's affordable and it lasts you very long because a little bit goes a long way. And yeah, that's the reason why it's on the best Catrice makeup product site. So let's move on to the next product, and I've got two here, and these are the Sun Glow Matte Bronzing Powders, and I have two. This one is in the shade Medium Bronze, that's the lighter one, and this one is in the shade Deep Bronze. I have these bronzers now for, I would say, at least 2 years, maybe it's time to throw it away, but I really like them and I'm always using them, especially at the summertime. This one, the darker one, when I'm a little bit more bronzed, and this one is perfect now for the winter and springtime when I'm very pale. I have it on today. These two bronzers are matte, there is no glitter or shimmer in it. I personally prefer using them on an everyday basis, but not so much for very dramatic nighttime looks, because the bronzers are good pigmented, but I'm always starting with a light hand and then I slowly build up the color. So it takes a while to get a very strong and intensive bronzy color. If I'm really looking for a very strong bronzer, I'm always using other bronzers, but these ones are so good for just on an everyday basis because they look very natural, very good, and they also last on your skin very long if you use a fixing powder. They fade a little bit faster away if you don't use a fixing powder, but I would say it lasts on your skin for at least 5 hours and then it slowly fades away, but that's nothing dramatic. And yeah, I just like it. I've also used these bronzers as my transition shade on my eyes, so they also work very good for this purpose. I think these bronzers are perfect if you're a beginner, because you don't have to be afraid that you take too much product or that the product is too intense and you look like an orange, or I don't know. Now I've got another very good Catrice product, and it's the Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. And I just love this fixing spray. I think that's my favorite fixing spray of all the ones that I have, because you can use this as a primer or as a fixing spray, of course, to make your foundation or all the makeup products last on your skin. And you can also use it as a refreshment. But I personally love to use it as a fixing spray because it keeps the makeup in place the whole day long, and it has a very fine mist. The best thing about it is that it gives your foundation a little bit more glow and dewiness, so that's something that I really like, especially at the winter time or when it's colder outside. And it really makes my foundation and my bronzer and everything on my face stay in place the whole day long. And speaking of primer, here is the next one, and that's the Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. And it's a moisturizing primer with bamboo water. I've bought this in the summertime because I was looking for a very moisturizing and hydrating primer. And then I saw this one and I thought, okay, let's buy it because it's very affordable, and this was a very good idea. I've normally always used pore minimizing primers because I have very large pores around my nose and a little bit on my forehead. So I always thought I need a pore minimizing primer, but that's not true because okay, it doesn't remove the pores, but I have a technique to cancel out the pores, so I just can go for another primer that is not a pore minimizing one. And this is now one of my favorite primers of all time because yeah, it provides my skin with moisture, hydration, and the foundation just looks good on it. I always use this on top of my normal moisturizer and it works perfectly. It also feels a little bit like a moisturizer, and I just like the feeling, I like the result. So yeah, one of the best Catrice products of all time. So I have a few makeup products left that I really love, and the next one is the Catrice Strobing Blush in the shade 010 Mrs. Summer Peach. And I'm just obsessed with this blush. It's so beautiful. It's a very natural blush, and as you can see it has 4 different shades and I always use them together. It gives you a very natural result, and it also has a little bit of sheen in it. Not too much, just a very natural glow. I really like the color, and the pigmentation is also very good. And you can also definitely build up the color if you want a higher color intensity. So if you're looking for a very natural blush, then I can definitely recommend this to you. Let's move on to the next product, and here I've got falsies. And yeah, how are they called? Yeah, extreme volume lashes. And they are so beautiful. I've used them in so many of my makeup tutorials, and they always make the whole makeup look so much more dramatic and beautiful. I just really love them. And even though these lashes have been very affordable, they don't look cheap, and I think you can use them on an everyday basis or for a very dramatic eyeshadow look. And I think they are definitely worth the money, and they also include a lash glue, so that's also very cool because of other false lashes that have been way more expensive and they came without a glue. I just love them, I love the result, and let's move on to the next product. And this is the Liquid Camouflage Concealer, of course by Catrice, in the shade 005. If you watch my channel now for a while, you probably will know that this is one of my favorite concealers of all time. I use this now, I think, for at least 4 years, and I think I've already repurchased it, I would say 10 to 15 times, because that's the concealer that I use every day. And it's just amazing because it covers all the darkness, and my under eye circles are very dark and very blue and purpley. and this little thing here cancels out all the discoloration, all the darkness. It's a very creamy concealer and it doesn't get into my fine lines when I set it with powder, and I'm always setting it with the translucent powder that I've shown you before. And on the packaging it says that it lasts up to 12 hours, and that's definitely true. It even lasts longer because I've had it on so many times for at least 24 hours and it stayed in place, it looked good, and I'm just obsessed with this concealer. I'm always buying it again because I know it works. So let's move on. The next products are the Prime and Fine Transformer drops, the lightning ones. I've discovered them I think 2 years ago when I first started to buy foundations. The problem was that all of my foundations are way too dark or way too light, and so I just needed transformer drops, and I thought, okay, let's try these ones. And since this time I'm always going back to these drops because first, they are pretty affordable, and of course they make the foundation lighter and they don't change the formula of the foundation or the texture, so the foundation looks and feels the same with and without these drops. They do a pretty good job, so definitely one of the best makeup products of Catrice. So the next product is pretty new to me, and I think I've bought it in December 2019, and it's the lip plumping mask. I've seen this at the drugstore and I thought, okay, let's try it out. It's a lip mask with hyaluronic acid, and I just love this little thing here because I love using chapsticks, and that's something in between. It's more a lip gloss, but it really provides my lips with moisture and hydration, and they just look good afterwards. And there's another lip product that I really love, but yeah, unfortunately I can't find it at the moment. I've searched it in the whole flat, but I just can't find it. So I will just leave the picture here somewhere. I don't even know the name. It's just a normal lip gloss with a little bit of color in it. It has a very neutral berry color, and it's a very hydrating, moisturizing lip gloss. And I normally don't like lip glosses because I don't like it when I go outside and it's windy and my hair is all over my lip gloss. But this gloss is different because it's not sticky and I really like it. I hope I haven't lost it, but let's move on to the next product. And yeah, I don't know if this is a limited edition because I don't want to mention limited editions in this video because I think the video would be way too long if I would do this. So I hope this isn't a limited edition, but I just show it to you. And it's the Better Than Platinum highlighting palette. And there are 3 highlighters in it, a very light shade, a golden shade, and a rose gold shade or champagne shade. And it also has a mirror in it. That's pretty cool. And I like the packaging, it's pretty. And I really like the highlighters because they look so beautiful. They give you a very beautiful and natural sheen. There are no glitter particles in it, and you can also build them up to get a very strong and intense highlight. Next I've got another product that that's something in between. It's not a very good product but also not a very bad product. It's somewhere in between, and it's called Couture liquid eyeliner, and it's in the shade 030. The first thing that I don't like about it is that it's, as an eyeliner, it's not very visible. If you're using this, then only without eyeshadow, because otherwise it's not visible at all. And the color is also not very visible. There's only glitter in it. So I'm using it only as an eyeshadow or just to, as a part of my eyeshadow. That is okay, but there's a thing that I absolutely don't like about this product, and it's the smell. It's so extremely disgusting. I can't describe it, and I just don't like it. It smells so... I don't know how to describe it, but I just don't like it, and the problem is it doesn't fade away. I've had it on in the holidays, on a holiday party the whole day long, and this smell was always there. And first I thought, okay, I don't know, is this me or somebody else? And then I just smelled the eyeliner and I was like, okay, it's me, it's the eyeliner. Okay, so now I've decided it's definitely on the bad makeup products of Catrice side, because I don't use it, I don't like the smell, and it's nothing special. And now after this, that I've declared as one of the worst Catrice products, I'm showing you the rest of the worst Catrice products. And I will start with this, how's it called? High Glow Mineral Highlighting Powder in the shade 010. It looks so beautiful. It was my first highlighter ever, and everybody on YouTube seemed to love it, and everybody was obsessed on YouTube about this highlighter. I really wanted to love it, but I had the comparison between this highlighter and another one, and then I just got very quickly to the point where I was thinking, okay, this is definitely not a highlighter for me, and definitely not how a highlighter should look like on your skin. Because first, it was way too light. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but yeah, I'm not tan, I'm very pale at the moment, but it's still too light for my skin tone. And it's also a very powdery highlighter, so I don't like the texture. But the worst thing is that there are so many glitter particles in it, because at the first sight it looks a little bit glowy, but after a while you have the glitter all over your face. And I think that's not the sense of a highlighter, or what a highlighter is supposed to do. So that's definitely one of the worst Catrice products in my opinion. Then I've got another product that I don't like, because it does nothing to me or to my skin, and it's the Liquid Camouflage Under Eye Primer. And maybe you've seen my review on this. If not, I will leave the link down below. But I will just tell you very quickly what I think about this product. It says that it's a silky smooth hydrating primer which creates a perfect base for a concealer, and which should also conceal all the fine lines underneath your eyes. Yes, that's only partly true, because you have to know I've used it on top of my under eye cream, and I've seen a little bit of difference in my fine lines. They were not as much visible as without this primer. And then I just put a concealer on top, and yeah, the lines were still there, but not as much visible as without the primer. That was okay, but I always have to set my concealer to make it stay in place, or I don't know if it's necessary, but I like to do it. And from this moment on, this concealer primer was useless, because the fine lines were there again completely. It makes no difference if I use it or not. So I don't like this product. The next product is this lip primer here. It's just a white pencil that should fill the lip wrinkles and just make your lipstick last longer. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the wrinkles on my lips are so bad, and I was so happy when I found it, because I thought, okay, if this works, this is the solution for the problem. But no. I've tried it out so many times, but the result is always the same. On the back of my hand, it's not visible, but when I apply it onto my lips, it starts getting very white and flaky, and yeah, my lips look the same, only white and flaky. And when I apply a lip product, it doesn't look good. The wrinkles are still there, and you can also see these little flakes. So yeah, it's pretty useless. So next I've got another lip product, and it's the Velvet Matte Lip Cream in the shade 018. And yeah, to be honest, I prefer matte lipsticks over very sticky and glossy lipsticks. I don't know, I like the finish, and like I've said before, I don't like it when my hair is stuck all over my lip gloss. The product itself is very creamy, and I also like the color, but the problem is it doesn't dry matte. No. You can have it on for hours, but it doesn't dry matte. And another thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't stay in place. It just moves around around my face, and it's also always on my teeth, so I just don't like it. I can't change it, but now you've seen the best and the worst Catrice beauty products. I really hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!